He says in the video, like, respond with evidence, bro. And then he blocks me. So
LOL. Okay, I like Adam, and we're gonna get Adam to like us because I think I understand where Adam is coming from. I think Adam might be very young, and I think Adam might be very naive, and I think Adam still believes in the system. And I am a little bit older, and I have completely lost faith in the system and the Democrats. And I think that a lot of people have. I think that everything after October 7th has proven that our worst hope or our worst ideas of how corrupt our government was were proven even more bad than we thought. I thought that like 60% of people were bought off. I think it's 99%, you know? Like, you also still believe in capitalism, I believe. And I do not. I think it's complete BS. We're propping up the top who is siphoning off so much of these companies and handing it out to shareholders and people who do nothing. And it's not being invested back in the workers or the business. So yeah, I honestly do. When you get deep down to it, every single one of our problems is because of capitalism. So yeah, you're right. That is exactly what I think. And if you ask why to every question until you get to the root cause, it's usually capitalism. Like, it's always capitalism. Why is there drug addiction? It's not because people are weak and they just want to, like, do drugs. It's because their life is miserable, be it from poverty or mental illness or whatever, or anything, you know? There's so many millions of reasons that people could be miserable in their life. And usually it's because every single day is fight or flight, you know? So, you know, when you get to the root cause of everything, it's either poverty or capitalism, which is capitalism, you know? And you brought up like a 4-day work week, which is like a good thing to hope for, but it's not something we're ever going to get in our lifetimes. And right now, people are working like 80 hours a week. Back 100 years ago, we fought for a 40-hour work week, and now we're trying to claw that back. When really, it should be down to like 1 or 2 days, because most work is just busy work. It's just to keep us occupied so that we keep accepting low wages until we die. You know, we can't have a moment to sit and think and talk with each other and figure out our political differences and realize that the issues that we're having aren't between me and you, they're between us and our bosses. And yeah, I'm talking a little bit of a generalization, but capitalism, I do believe, is the problem, and all of the bottom having to prop up the top is the problem for everything. Like, but now more than ever, we've been proven that the Democrats and the Republicans are the same. Right now, the fascism is here, and a Democrat is the president. He is actively pushing for more jellicide in Gaza, you know? Like, he will not say no because he can't say no. Because capitalism dictates that he has to keep going. Because if they stop, then maybe we'll start asking questions about how we colonized America, and maybe we should, you know, do a land back movement or something. If what Israel's doing wrong, maybe what most of America's done for its entire history has been wrong. It has. It's been wrong, and we should right those wrongs. So yeah. I know you think that I keep saying like, and then boom, revolution, but at a certain point, once everyone realizes that we are the ones with all the power and that we need to do something else, it will be like a flipped switch. There is so many more of us than them. Like, once we're all on the same page together, it will be like a flipped switch. Seriously. It'll come in the form of us all deciding to stay home from work until we get our way, or all of us marching on DC, or whatever. It could take a million forms, you know, but there will come a time where we're all on the same page and we're all about solidarity. That will happen. And it will be like, you know, just flipping a switch, because at a certain point this will become exponential, because all it is each of us talking about this all the time until you can't avoid it, you know? And politicians are not pro-Israel because they're scared that their constituents are going to disapprove of what they say, you know? Most most Jewish people in America are not pro-Zionist, you know? Like, they're not doing it because of their constituents. They never listen to us. When have they ever listened to a single constituent ever? We've wanted legalized marijuana for decades, never coming. We've wanted, I mean, so many things, dude. We want to have access to abortion, never gonna happen again, you know? Like, they do not do what their constituents want. They work at the behest of capital. Again, because of it's capitalism that dictates what we do in every aspect of our lives. So yeah, I always bring this up that people have like a naive assumption that capitalism is like it costs 70% to prop up the business and pay for, you know, the wages of the employees or whatever, and then like, you know, another 10% is just like being taken off the top by the CEO or whatever, just a little nugget, you know, for his good idea. But it's not like that. It's like they expect to take all of the money from the company. They don't invest it back. They don't give it to the employees. They don't do anything, you know? They expect to take 99% for themselves. And you can see that in the fact that 1% has 99% of the wealth. But yeah, politicians are pro-Israel because they are Zionists and they are bought and paid by Israel. And or there is black male that is being used against them to keep them quiet. Like, if you've ever seen the show The Americans, that's a lot like how real life works. It's a lot of espionage and black male. You asked me who I voted for. All of us are organizing in the background. There's many of us, and we are working to get. We want to replace every single congressperson, but we're not voting for Democrats or Republicans. And we will be able to do this because we're going to get to the people who think that they're Republicans and get them to realize that they're all workers. Because anyone who makes less than like $1 million a year is a worker, is a grunt. Compared to the amount of money that they are making, all of us who makes like less than $1 million are the same. We're all poor white trash to them if you make under $1 million, because the amounts that they're making is so much more astronomical than that. Hundreds of millions, billions. These are big, big numbers. So yeah, this is why I got to the point where I do think that this is the closest that we've ever been to replicating the conditions of, 400 years ago with chattel slavery. And yeah, I'm saying that because it makes your tummy feel weird. Well, we're advanced, we're civilized, we can't be like that. Bro, think about it. How many hours do you work a week? How many hours are we all expected to work a week? We're so isolated. We're like right now, compared to the wealth of the elites, we have less than like in the Great Depression. Like it's never been as bad as now. It's worse now than during the French Revolution. Like I'm not being hyperbolic at all. I do think that this is the closest to slavery. And honestly, bro, I think that that's what they want. They're trying to get back to that. So I understand. I think you're just a little young and you've probably worked for a couple like Congress people's campaigns or something, which is awesome. But we have been told that third parties will not work, and that is not true. There is way more of us. We've just been kept in line by people who say vote blue no matter who. But I and many other people will not vote for people who support a jelly side. I see it on TikTok. I see it every day. In no world is this not a jelly side, So yeah, my morals tell me that I cannot vote for a Democrat or a Republican. So we're going to vote for, I don't know, it looks like probably Claudia, but we don't need to know all the answers right now. It's going to be a little messy, but at the end of the day, when the people have control, they will do the right thing and we'll figure it out. It's going to be a little messy, but we'll figure it out. Yeah. We're going to aim for a world where we all like work 1 day a week and we, you do trash or whatever, but we all get paid a living wage and we don't have to pay for all this BS anymore, and then maybe you'll get to do like 2 days of a community project that you want to work on. And then the rest of the time is yours, or even 1 day, like is so much work that doesn't need to be done. It's all busy work, but we will all come together to get all the things that need to be done, and then we'll have free time.